Hi Firebird families, it's Coach Wheel here. Casey's Corner, as the marketing team likes to call it. Instead of giving you a push-up variation or a lunge to do, I wanted to go through a concept that I think is very applicable to you guys, and that's the idea of weight training for kids and the myths around the dangers of it. And so I know a lot of you, maybe it's middle school parents or even younger kids, or even high school kids that are still growing, and you're concerned that, hey, I don't want them to end up with an injury around a growth plate, a joint, something that could really hurt them long term, right? And I'm right there with you on that. That's the last thing I want as well. And where the origins of those myths came from was actually from a Japanese study in like the 60s or 70s, I forget which decade, but they're looking at child laborers, manual laborers, and how they weren't growing as much as their peers. And they attributed this to the physicality of lifting and moving all these things, and they thought that's what was stunting growth. And so this just somehow exploded into this common perceived idea that weight training for kids is bad. And since then, they've done tons of studies. They've looked at ages 6 through 18 and seen that this really isn't the case anymore. That weight training can be very safe and very beneficial for a lot of kids. Now, depending on your kid's age, I probably wouldn't do a formal strength conditioning program for a 7-year-old, but if your kid is into this and they really want to try this out, there is nothing to be worried about in terms of safety towards growth plates, as long as we're dosing the stress and the weight and the movement in the right way. And so I just want you to make sure you're not worried that if they come to my class or they want to go to the gym on their own or lift at home, that you're concerned it's going to lead to a long-term problem, because there's really no evidence to point to that anymore. And if they come to me, they're gonna get the right dosage, they're gonna get the right fit of exercise and the right balance of lower body, core, upper body, all these things that go into a well-balanced strength conditioning program. So please encourage it if they're into it, and make sure they're set up safely. So reach out to me if you have any questions. I'd be happy to get a kid set up on a program and help them coach through via Zoom or email. Have a great week. Hope this helps, and talk to you soon.